Hello, my name is Elisa Ivanovska, and today I will be doing a presentation on the families in Russia. So first we're going to look at the definition of the family and description of the various types of families and relationships in Russia. Let's start off with the fact that Russian families are huge and welcoming. In Russia, the term family refers to much more than only the husband, wife, and children. It includes grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, and sisters, and nephews and nieces, and cousins. Members of the Russian family talk often and gather frequently, especially on family holidays such as birthdays and anniversaries. There may be disagreements and even conflict among family members, just as there is in any family, but one thing is certain, Russians value their families and are always willing to assist their relatives in tough times. Only a few decades ago, it was fairly typical for Russians to begin planning the wedding from a young age. Young women and men would marry between the ages of 18 and 20 while on their second or third year of university. A typical student family consists of a young husband and wife who are pursuing university degrees while getting financial support from their parents. Marriages between Russians of the same age are far less prevalent, according to the most recent data. The husband is typically 4 to 6 years older than the wife in the majority of Russian households, but an age gap of more than 10 years is considered acceptable by the majority of Russians. The majority of young men and women in Russia nowadays prefer not to hurry into marriage. This trend is gaining traction. Before marrying, potential spouses seek to get a full education, acquire a suitable job, and accomplish their first professional achievements. Now, let's look at the explanation of the family structure and organization. So here we can see that relatives are often highly close and independent, aiding one another in times of need. People's life and support of the home are also heavily influenced by extended family members. If an uncle, aunt, or other relative is in need, it is the immediate family's responsibility to assist them. Grandparents also have an important role in the upbringing of children, and they may even live with a nuclear family. The nuclear family is becoming more popular in modern Russia. After marriage, many young couples choose to leave their parents' house. Due to a lack of housing and harsh economic situations, many grown children are forced to live with their parents, however. Some families from lower socioeconomic origins may merge their assets in order to provide financial stability for all members. If grandparents reside with a nuclear family, their pensions are usually used to supplement the family's income. Here we can look at a chart of distribution of households in Russia in 2019. So we can see that the extended family lives together, and it's the most common. Then the two-parent, then the couple, then solo, then the adult child, then the single parent, and then the other and polyamorous. Polyamorous relationships are very, very rare in Russia, especially because recently and throughout Russia's history, this has not been accepted. Now let's look at the exploration of the functions of the family and who carries them out. So let's start off with the Russian men. The majority of Russian men think that it is their duty to defend and provide for their families, as well as to support their parents, children, and wives. Men in Russia are said to be as if behind a stone wall, and the phrase refers to a man's strength and dependability as a sturdy wall behind which a woman may hide and forget her concerns and fears. Russian women have a reputation for being excellent moms and housewives. What's more striking is the fact that practically all Russian women work. Being able to stay at home with their children is a huge privilege in Russia. Russian men, on the other hand, are notorious for refusing to assist with household duties and responsibilities. In Russia, males are rarely involved in household chores or child rearing. Russian mothers undertake the majority of housework and care for children, while fathers are the earners. These gender norms are firmly established, and the mothers rarely seek their partner's assistance. From a young age, a child's routine was given a lot of thought. It was thought that everything, including sleeping and feeding, should be done on a tight schedule. Children were expected to participate in activities like tennis, ballet, jogging, and other sports to keep them engaged, and they are anticipated to do well in school and to be courageous in the face of bullying. It was not accepted that you would just take bullying, you would have to fight back. While helping out at home with duties like vacuuming, washing dishes, and so on, they are required to have excellent morals and beliefs and ethics. Now, let's look at the description of the kinds of societal institutions that support the families in Russia. Now, let's look at the description of the kinds of societal institutions that support the families in Russia. A network of social work and care service organizations was developed throughout Russia to help prevent orphanhood, child neglect and abuse, and to aid families in need. In recent years, the importance of non-governmental, non-profit organizations is delivering assistance to the vulnerable families and children has risen exponentially. Russia is now undertaking a massive child welfare reform based on the principle that every kid has the right to grow up in a family. To prevent social orphanhood, the reform aims to eliminate the huge system of children's homes by promoting domestic adoptions, constructing a foster family system, providing support services to families. An example of another societal institution is SOS Children's Villages collaborates with local organizations and communicates to assist vulnerable families in remaining together. They guarantee that the fundamental commodities and services such as healthcare and education are available to citizens. They also offer training and counseling so that parents may earn money while caring for their children. They provide assistance to young people until they are able to live on their own, providing them with opportunities for additional education and vocational training so that they can find work or establish their own business. SOS Children's Villages provides care and guidance in addition to financial assistance to guarantee that children grow up in homes that respect and care for them, working collaboratively with state agencies, local communities, and institutions to strengthen child's rights, particularly for those who have lost or are at risk of losing parental care. I hope you enjoyed my presentation about Russia and the families there today, and I hope that you learned something. Thank you for listening.